ahead. Oh, man. Oh.
An amazing morning. Say hello to fish number 5 and okay, everybody. I've had a lot of people asking me how I know what type of structure I'm fishing, not using graphs. This is how I do it. All right, this right here is the Garmin boating app. I open that. This is not a free app. You do have to pay for it. I think it's either $50 or $60 a year. It's not bad. It's well worth every penny. As you can see here, I'm on Contour Map. There's several different things you can change it to. I just keep mine on the nautical chart. That right there is, these are contour lines, these black lines. They show fluctuations in depth is more or less what it is. It's either where it's gaining depth or it's losing it. The closer the lines are together, it's the steeper the ledge is. Right here you can see this ledge is very steep on both sides right here. And it goes from nothing right here to 65 feet deep right here pretty quick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fish this ledge right along the bottom of these black lines right here. I'm not going to worry about these out in the middle. They're so far apart, you can tell there's not much fluctuation in depth there. You want where they're close together. That's showing your ledge. You want to drift right down this area right through here. That's where you're going to catch the majority of your quality fish at, kind of where this blue line runs along through here. It's very faint and hard to see, but there's a blue dotted line runs right through here. And that's basically my drift path, where whenever I drift this, I just drift right down that area right through there. And then once you get down here, you have another depot and another depot. The way I'm going to fish this is absolutely fantastic structure for bass and catfish. Right here you have shallow creeks that come up in here. There's 4 shallow creeks just right around these holes. Those hold bait fish. It's warmer water. And then you come right here and you have, a 50-foot deep hole. The way I fish this is the current flow comes from this direction and moves through here. This is a lot more drastic bend in the river bend than it looks right here. So whenever the water hits this rock bank right here, it pushes out and it disperses throughout this whole hole out through here. The way I fish it, I'll anchor right here if I have current flow. I'll anchor right here, right up against the edge of this ledge at the bottom of it. And I'll drop my bait straight down, just suspend them up under the kayak. The current is going to be moving down through here. It's going to pick up the scent of my baits and it's going to disperse it throughout this hole whenever it pushes down through here. Typically within 20-30 minutes, every fish inside this hole knows that my baits are there. And, the heat of the summer, those fish are going to be holding in these deep areas like this. That hole. This hole I would fish entirely different than I would this one. I explained how I would fish this one, but this one, instead of anchoring down in the hole, since it's as small as it is, instead of anchoring down and suspending baits, I would anchor down right here, let the current pull me facing this direction towards it a little bit, and I would just fan cast baits out into this hole. But right up here, this hole, it's one of my flathead spots. But September through November, those flatheads, there's a lot of log jams right at the bottom of this hole. So those flatheads will work this ledge, holding this hole, and they'll be all over these log jams right up down through here. So the way I do that is I just anchor down. There's a spot in the bottom right here. All right, so right at the bottom of this hole right here, you can see there's the bottom's a little funky looking in this area. There's a lot of log jams right in here. I'll anchor my kayak down just to the outside edge of those log jams, just at the end of the treetops. and I'll just suspend baits directly up under me right here. And, just sit there and wait. That's basically how I do it, guys. And I use this to plan out my trips. If I'm going to, say I'm going to go fish Watts Bar, let me zoom back out of here. Okay, say I'm going to go fish Watts Bar. And I use it for bass fishing too.
Baby, smell like money.
This isn't just for catfishing. Say I'm going to go fish Watts Bar. Okay, the water temps are starting to rise. I know the fish they're wanting to bed. And I'm giving current situations as of right now for this body of water. Right now the water temps are coming up. The bass are wanting to go on bed. The water levels aren't up to summer pool and the water temps aren't quite there yet. But these fish are starting to stage up to go on bed. They're moving up shallower. Okay, so these secondary points like this right in here, this hump, going into this, you see going back in here, you have this shallow flat back through here. This is hard bottom back here. It's not muddy. It's kind of a harder, sandier bottom, rocky bottom, and it's shallow. Those fish are going to come back in here and bed. Okay, especially whenever you get off into your little areas like this. This is very good bedding areas. There's a lot of protection from the wind for the fish. It's shallow. It's got the right it's got the right bottom type. And it's all the right depths. Plenty of sunlight. So right through here, like I said, these little secondary points, those fish are going to hold on those right in there, right in here, all around this. This is where those fish are holding at right now. You get on back into this slough right here. Let me go to the different one. Let me go to this one right here. This is a really good one too. But right in here, you have these, like I was saying, these secondary points out here. These fish are going to be working these areas right here because they're wanting to move up in here in this shallow embed. If you key in on these areas right now, areas like this right in here, this especially points like this, really long, distinguished points, that's where those fish are going to be holding up right now, and you're going to catch it. You're going to catch some fish. Hope this helps.